Hey, what's happening, everybody? So in today's video, I thought I would do another collection update. Now, I just did a short of the collection, but that was short. So here is a more detailed collection tour. Now, I was just going to wait until June to do one of these because that would mark the 3-year anniversary of me collecting the Black Series. But just the other day, Landspeeder Luke commented on my 2-year video and just said, time for an update. And I said, you know what? I can do one of these now, and I'll probably do another one in June, but I can crank one out now. So yeah, full collection tour. So with all that out of the way, let's get started.
All right, so the collection starts in this closet and then goes over there to that shelf. And they are in chronological order, I think, for the most part. And I'm just going to go shelf by shelf. I'm not going to zigzag back and forth because no one wants to look at that. But I'll just start up here, up at the top with Knights of the Old Republic, with Darth Revan, Zalbar, Jedi Revan. Got a spot there reserved for Darth Malak and Bastila Shan whenever they arrive. Nihilus, Sith Apprentice Maul. Got my knockoff Maul in the back. And then getting into Phantom Menace with Jar Jar and Qui-Gon. Battle Droid. That Battle Droid there will not stand up. He had a bad ankle right out of the box. So I have him on the stand that came with Death Star Luke. He's okay like that. That Battle Droid stands up fine. This one, nope. But it's okay. Love the Clone Wars Mace. That is such a cool figure. The ARC Trooper is awesome. That is my second Phase 1 clone. I found at Ross for $4.99. Can't beat that. Attack of the Clones, some Jedi. I opened up, the Empire Yoda's robe to make him look, more like Clone Wars Yoda. Aayla Secura looks amazing, especially that blue skin under this light. Just really looks nice. And then that shelf ends with Mace, Dooku, and Ventress. And next shelf down, we got Aurra Sing and Cad Bane, two great figures. There's the Target Wave. This Obi-Wan is probably my favorite Obi-Wan in the entire line. Such a great figure there. The Umbra Operative, just an eye-catching color scheme. Love it. Some Clone Commanders on the back, just minus Fox. I'll get Fox at some point. I'm hoping he'll get an archive release, but I am not paying what Fox is going for right now, so I just have those four. And some more troopers. Love the 187th and the 212th. That's the Hascon Rex, 501st. Then we have Clone Wars Ahsoka with her two troopers. Got the Loyalist and the Super Commando back there in the back. Clone Wars Maul is amazing. And then Revenge of the Sith, Obi-Wan, and Archive Anakin. Yeah. The Obi-Wan, it's not a great figure, but I had to have this because I have that. They kind of go together. But yeah, that's just not a good figure there. Now we're getting into Bad Batch. There's Bad Batch Rex. Front row, we have the crew. Crosshair, Wrecker, Omega, Tech, Hunter, and Echo. And then Cad Bane from Bracca. And then in the back, we have a Kit Bash, that Jedi Hunter 83. Jeremy sent me that. It's an Elite Squad Trooper helmet on Crosshair's body. And he has a jetpack on. Pretty cool looking trooper there. And then Imperial Crosshair with a couple of his Elite Squad troopers. And in the back, we have Rampart and a couple of shock troopers. I took the pauldron off this one. I've got a video on that. Could not believe how easy it was to get that pauldron off. So now I have an officer and a grunt. And then next shelf down, we have Jedi Fallen Order. And I love the 13th Battalion Trooper. Just a great color scheme. The Deluxe Cal, just awesome. Scout Trooper, Rocket Launcher Trooper, and his hand is still on the trigger. I know in my video for this figure, I kind of stated that it was very hard to get that hand on there. And it is. It's a little tricky, but it can be done. But that is a great looking trooper with that rocket launcher. And the pauldron, it just really stands out on the shelf. And then got the two Knight brothers in the back, the Archer and the Warrior. Love those two. Flame Trooper, Second Sister, and then her two Purge Troopers. And then we got the Scout from Jedi Survivor. Great figure. Love that shield. And now we're getting into Solo. There's the Patrol Trooper. Love that one. Han. And then another Han back there that I sort of weathered. I know it's hard to see in this light, but I put sort of a muddy brown wash over him to make him look a little dirtier. Moloch. He's a statue basically from the waist down, but it is a very detailed figure. And then the rest of the Solo crew is just great. I mean, the detail and the likenesses on all of them are just wonderful. I mean, Val, Beckett, Rio is a super fun figure. Kira, Range Trooper, Dryden Voss, Vandor Chewie. Oh, that Vandor Chewie was a gift from Jedi Hunter 83. Thank you very much. And then Han and Lando. It's just a great, great line of figures. Yeah, love the Solo line. And now we're getting into the Obi-Wan series with that one from Tiburon Station. It's a great cloak, and the backpack is pretty cool. Tika, there's one Jack and Ned B. I plan on weathering Ned B at some point, just doing a wash over and make him, look a little dirtier. And then we have that Obi-Wan, the Wandering Jedi. And then the Inquisitor's got the fifth brother. He's just standing there because that's pretty much all he did in the show. Reva, Purge Troopers, love those guys. I got a couple of them. The Vader from Obi-Wan is very good, and the Grand Inquisitor, great figure, even though he didn't really do much in the show. It's a pretty cool figure. And the next shelf down starts with Rebels, and this Rebels line was the first full wave of figures that I ordered. It was my first big order, and I could not be more pleased. It is a great line of figures, and I love the show. But it's a nice looking Ahsoka. I think Hera looks great. Chopper's awesome. And then Kanan, Sabine, Zeb, and Ezra. They all just look good. And I think the likenesses are very good on all of them. And of course, I put Hondo, the Target exclusive Hondo, put him over here in the Rebels area just because he was so good in Rebels. And of course, Thrawn, such a great character. And now we're getting into Andor. Now, I absolutely loved Andor. I know not everyone did, but I really, really enjoyed it. That officer, Dark Times, very nice figure. The 2-pack of Cassian and B, had to have that, and I got that on sale. I would have never paid full price for this set, but I really, really wanted that droid, and I was happy to have gotten it for like 40-something bucks, which is not bad. I put the Mountain Troopers blaster in that Cassian's hand because that is more accurate to what we saw in the show. Shore Troopers, great, and then this Ferrex officer, pretty cool figure. And now we're getting into Rogue One, and I do have K2SO on a stand because that bastard will not stand up. So, he is parked on a stand, and I did pencil in some eyes on him just to make him look a little more, correct. And then the updated Cassian and Jyn are up front. I have the original Cassian Jyn, and of course, Edu Cassian in the back. We got Galen. Saw is such a great figure from head to toe. It is a killer figure. Very happy to have that one. Bodhi's pretty cool. Now, Antok Merrick, pretty cool figure, but he's too short. The fact that they use the X-Wing Luke body, he's way too short. I think the actor that played Antok is about 6 feet tall. He should be about the same size as Bodhi. He's way too short, but it's nice to have another pilot on the shelf. Chirrut and Baze, awesome characters. Love the Jedi Patrol Trooper. And then just all the rest of the troopers. So I put the Mountain Trooper over here because of the helmet design. It's very similar. I put the cape from my extra Mimban Han on him. And then I had an extra DLT-20A. So I put that in his hand since I used that blaster down here with Cassian. This is much more accurate to what we saw in the show. And then just have the Shore Troopers, Death Troopers, and got Krennic in the back there. So that's Rogue One. And the next shelf, we have A New Hope, and I put George right at the beginning since he started everything. And we got some random troopers in the back, the Shock Trooper, Shadow Trooper, and the Stormtrooper Commander. They look good hanging out back there. And then 3PO and R2, so that is the Bandai Model Kit R2. I had a blast building that, so much fun, but I still have to weather it. I plan on doing a wash on him to kind of bring out some more detail, but that was a lot of fun to build. The Rebel Trooper, great figure. That's the Legacy Vader, Tarkin, Death Star Trooper. Really, really cool figure. There's a regular Stormtrooper and the Sand Trooper. So I got this off of eBay. I won an eBay auction, my first auction I ever won. Got this Sand Trooper for, after tax, it was and shipping, it was only about 27 bucks. So super happy to have that. That is a great figure. The weathering on it is top notch. Really, really awesome figure. And then we got the Cantina Showdown. So I got these figures individually, and then one of my subscribers sent me the bar, which was very kind, very kind. If you're watching, thank you again for that bar, because I missed, the Cantina Showdown. It was sold out by the time I got to Hasbro Pulse's app and trying to order it. It was sold out. So the bar was a gift. Very awesome. But that's a pretty cool set. Ponda Baba, Dr. Evazan, and of course this Obi-Wan I found on Facebook Marketplace for about 20 bucks. Great deal. Peanut-headed Luke. Yeah, not a good figure at all, but I had to have Farm Boy Luke. I'm not paying the SH Figure Arts price for the SH Figure Arts Luke, which is far superior, but I'm just not spending 75 bucks on a figure. So this will have to do for now. And then Leia, Han, Greedo, and the full Cantina band in the back. Got all 7. I know some people, consider 6. Some people think 5 is acceptable, and it totally is, but I wanted all 7. And also, depending on the sources, there is an 8th member. They tended to rotate members out as they toured, as they played. So I went with 7. They look just killer back there. Very happy to have those. Greedo, Death Star Luke. Yeah, that was a gift. Got the mouse droid there. Helmets. That Han was a gift. Yeah, love it. And then X-Wing Luke. And then here's the Yavin ceremony. I built those stairs out of styrofoam and painted them. It's not perfect, but it'll do. Yeah, that looks nice. And then Chewie. That's the archive Chewie with the open mouth. And then Comic Leia and Sergeant Creel round out that shelf, and then I still have another shelf down here at the bottom. So as this closet grows, I can fill up this bottom shelf. All right, so moving on to the bookshelf, it starts up here with Empire Strikes Back, and I have Hoth at the very top on this little snowy stand that I made out of styrofoam. Sprayed it with spray snow to make it kind of look snowy and icy. All right, it's not perfect, but it works. So we got Luke and Chewie and Han there from Hoth, and I painted Han's binoculars, to make them look a little more lifelike. I'm pretty happy with how that turned out. The Hoth Rebel Troopers are easily one of the best figures they've ever done. Just an awesome design. They look so good on the shelf, and you have so many options for displaying those guys. Yeah, really, really nice figure. HE drivers with Veers. Love Veers. Yeah, found a good deal on Amazon on him. Great figure. And the Probe Droid is the very first Black Series figure I ever bought. And it's a great figure. And then we got Snowtrooper and X-Wing Luke. All right, so that was the Hoth section. Now moving on in Empire, got the Luke and Yoda set, which is a great set. The Yoda is properly scaled, just great. It's got Dagobah R2 and of course Dagobah Luke. They both look pretty good, even though the R2 is way too small. It still looks good. There's Admiral Piet, great figure and a great likeness to Kenneth Colley. Yeah, it's a very nice figure. Then as far as bounty hunters, I am minus Bosk and IG-88. Okay, so I just have Dengar, a few Bobas there, got the prototype, the droids. So I painted one of Mando's phase pulse rifles, that color, to make it look a little more Droids Boba-like, or I should say Holiday Special-like. Yeah, that turned out pretty good. It is definitely pink and orange, but it kind of grabs your eye. Yeah, pretty pleased with that. And then that is Empire Boba. That was a gift. And then Zuckuss and Forlom. 2 amazing figures, especially Zuckuss. Tons of good detail. Jackson, got a good deal on Jackson. No, actually, no. Jackson was free. Yeah, okay. Fun figure, though. Very fun figure. And then Han, Lando, Chewie there. So that's the Chewie that came with 3PO. Okay. And of course, I have 3PO assembled just because it is such a great 3PO. The eyes look good, the weathering, yeah, very nice figure. TIE Pilot, and then Bespin Luke and Empire Vader, which is an amazing Vader figure. Yeah, right now, that is the King Vader figure. That's hard to beat. And now we're getting into Return of the Jedi, and this starts with the Gamorrean Guard, which is an amazing figure. And if I ever see the 40th anniversary of Jedi Gamorrean Guard in the store, I may grab another one, on the card, because it is a great figure. Skiff Guard Lando's great. Bib Fortuna, awesome figure. Even though you can't really do much with him, he looks incredible on the shelf. And then Boushh Leia is Archive, great figure. Of course, Jedi Boba is so good. That Yoda was a gift for Spirit Yoda. It looks cool. And then Endor there with Han, Luke, and Leia. Tebow. I should have Wicket coming in the next week, so I'm anxious to get another Ewok. And then Paplu should arrive sometime this spring as well. So, yeah, pretty happy with that. That Endor Leia. surprisingly good. I mean, that was a figure that I was going to pass on, but I got it for about $9, $10. Actually, a pretty cool figure. It's a great face. And of course, peg warmer of the year, but it is a great figure. Love that Lando. Akbar got his mouth open, so he is declaring it's a trap, right? Yeah, open mouth. Great figure. Tons of good detail. And of course, the Scout Trooper. Love it. There's Palps with a couple of his Royal Guards. I got both of those Royal Guards off eBay for $35 for the pair. Absolutely could not pass that deal up. I mean, they look so good on the shelf. That red is striking. And of course, Palps looks good too. And then we have Inferno Squad, Rocket Trooper, and Kirkanos. And since I'm here, I have this little stand built that's made out of foam. That is reserved for Mara Jade. And if I pan back, I kind of forgot this. If I pan back, I've got this little thing there that I made out of styrofoam, painted it brown. That is reserved for Dr. Aphra. Okay, so that's where those will go. So that is the Jedi shelf. All right, so next shelf down starts with the Mandalorian, and I have Death Watch first. Great figure, client, surprisingly good. Of course, there's the original Mando. They got some credit collection in the back. That Mandalorian, the blue is just beautiful. Love the green on Cara. So that Cara was a gift. It's a nice gift. And then the credit collection IG, pretty sweet color scheme on that one as well. And coming around this bar here, we got Queel and Muddy Mando. There's the original IG in the back. So this set from Marvala 7, the Muddy Mando set, it's actually a pretty cool set. I got it on sale. I would have never paid full price, but it's on sale, couldn't pass it up, and I think the mud application is pretty neat. Of course, the Jawa is super excited for that egg. Grief, the face could have been better. The armor is pretty cool. Love Paz Vizsla, the heavy infantry Mando. Great figure. Q90 and Migs, love them, especially Migs. That is such a fun figure, super posable. And then some New Republic security droids in the back. Very happy to have the original Cara Dune. Great character. I really wish she was still on the show. Yeah, that's a shame, but great figure. So the MiGs from Morak, I did paint the right bicep to make it look a little more screen accurate. Beskar Mando, I painted or chromed the jetpack to make that a little more screen accurate. It turned out pretty good, and I made a cloth cape for him so he can have the cape on and a jetpack on at the same time. It's not perfect, but it turned out okay. Tusken Raider, love that figure. Cobb Vanth, pretty cool. And then Magistrate Grief it's a nice looking figure. You just can't really do much with him because of that traffic coney robe. But the face on this Grief is much, much better. Now the Mando Ahsoka Grogu 3-pack I got on sale. That is one that I would have never paid full price for. But I got that set. It was on sale on Amazon for about $46, which is a deal. And it's a nice set. I mean, you have a more accurate Season 2 Mando. And it's got a spear. Then you got Ahsoka with a cloak. Now, yes, I have that Ahsoka already. Okay, but now I can have both looks for Ahsoka at the same time. You know, one cloaked, one non-cloaked. Okay, but I do love this Mando. It just looks cool. You know, it was a great price for that set. That's the only reason I bought this set, because it was on sale. And then the Maldo Kreese set in the back. I put it on a little styrofoam stand that I sort of cut and sprayed with spray snow. That's hard to say. Spray snow to make it look like ice and snow. And I did paint the eyes on the spider, and they turned out pretty good. But yeah, that's a pretty cool set. The snow application is just great on that Mando. Really, really nice. Okay, so that's that shelf. And then the Mandalorian picks up on this next shelf down with Trapper Wolf and the carbonized Scout. And then we have Bo-Katan, Axe Woves, and Casca Reeves. 3 great looking figures with great faces. I currently have their helmets on, but all 3 of them, the likeness on each is just great. That's the Credit Collection Death Trooper. Pretty cool figure. Love the color scheme with that yellow and the purple. It's really nice. And then we have Mayo, Ketchup, and Mustard right there with the regular Stormtrooper, Incinerator, and Artillery Trooper. I love those 3. And then Moff Gideon with a couple of Dark Troopers. And I love the Dark Trooper. That's such an amazing figure. And then Tython Boba. Okay, pretty cool figure. Not quite as good as I was expecting, but it's fine. And I had to reposition myself because I'm sitting on the floor. So down here on the end of this shelf, we have Tython Boba, Jedi Ruins. And it's a pretty cool figure. I mean, the weathering on the armor is just great. Now, the suit should be black. It's brown, but I think overall it's a pretty cool figure. And then Book of Boba, we got Fennec and Throne Room Boba. And I do like the Throne Room Boba. That is a great figure. And of course, Fennec is just amazing. And I do have the speeder bike with Grogu. Pretty cool set. It's super expensive now. Got the little Grogu head there. You can't really do much with that. But the speeder bike, and of course, is a Scout Trooper. Great figure. Yeah, pretty happy to have that set. And down here on the bottom, last, we have the sequel trilogy. And it starts with this horrible Rey. I mean, that face is just... it's just ugly, just not good. Yeah, the only reason why I got that was for BB-8, but that is not a nice looking figure. But the troopers look good. The Snow Trooper, Flame Trooper, and the Riot Trooper, whatever you want to call it. I think those three look good. So that BB-8, the first one, that is the model kit, and I still have to kind of weather that one up. Fun to build, and then there's the Black Series BB-8. Island Journey Rey. The General Leia, that was a gift. DJ was free. That's the only reason why he's here. Poe Dameron, found him at Ollie's for $5, and I must say the likeness on this one is way better than X-Wing Poe. Zoe Bliss, underrated figure, but awesome. It's actually a really fun figure and super cheap right now. That Rey, it's nice. And then some Rocket Troopers, Supreme Leader Kylo Ren, and then the Sith Rocket Trooper. Or Jump Trooper, whatever you want to call them. So that's the sequel trilogy down there at the bottom. All right, let's switch to wide angle just to get everything in the shot. So, if you have stuck with me this long, thank you so much. You're awesome. No, seriously, thank you very much. And if you like videos on Star Wars The Black Series, smack like, and if you're new here, please consider subscribing to the channel and turn on notifications. I would certainly appreciate it, but I just wanted to share, just do another collection tour, and I just thank you all so much for watching. I'm just going to end it here. Thanks again. We'll see you guys next time.